or fear us more in order to comply with the direct demands of an American president. It's supposed to be an ally. Chris, I give you that question.
It's not about fear. It's not fair.
It's you're either respected, you're feared, or you're liked, and Barack Obama is none of the above. Barack Obama doesn't know how to use the tools of the presidency. He's proven that again and again. The Chinese and the Russians, Vladimir Putin, don't respect Barack Obama. They don't fear Barack Obama or the United States. Barack Obama has said he wanted to fundamentally transform the United States. Nobody ever asked him into what. But he's transformed us into a paper tiger. I mean, you know, the clothes have no emperor. He's turned the bully pulpit into the wussy pulpit, and everybody knows it around the world. We've got people lining up. It's not just the Chinese, Megyn and Alan, and it's not just Vladimir Putin. We've got Ecuador lining up to take a shot at us, to jam their thumb in our eye. We've got Venezuela and Cuba. You can take Cuba off the list. But we've got tyrants and thugs and tin pot dictators, big and small, lining up to take shots at the United States because Barack Obama leads from behind. Barack Obama's threats are empty. Barack Obama is not the leader of the free world. He's just the leader of the Democrat Party, and they have an agenda here.
It's very easy to sit here and just, if you never liked the president to begin with, which you didn't, which Charles Krauthammer never particularly liked him, conservatives were never fans of his, use this as an opportunity to beat up on him or to call Putin names, which doesn't help anything, in a situation that is still an evolving situation. I don't think this helps anybody to have this kind of rhetoric at this point.
But I know you say it's still evolving, and it's true, you know, Mr. Snowden, as far as we know, is still alive, so it's still evolving. But the reports today are that Vladimir Putin said Russia will not extradite him to the United States. And the foreign minister said that our demands to have him extradited to America are ungrounded and unacceptable. So it doesn't seem like our diplomatic efforts are working out so well so far.
Well, diplomacy only goes so far. Don't forget, Russia did help us with the Boston bombing situation. They did help us there. We do have a complicated, I guess if this were Facebook, we'd say it's complicated. It's a complicated relationship, and it doesn't mean that we always get everything we want, nor does not getting everything we want mean that the president is ineffective. You want to call him names, fine, but that doesn't really help the situation.
I didn't call him names. That was the Russian foreign minister.
Mr. Plant.
Let me jump in if I could. Yeah, the Russians helped us with the Boston bombing, well ahead of the Boston bombing, and Barack Obama's lack of leadership, his administration's fecklessness and haplessness allowed the bombing to go ahead, even though the Russians were waving red flags in our faces.
Wait a minute. That would be like me saying that... Wait a second. That's not fair. That would be like me saying that George W. Bush allowed 9/11 to happen. That's absurd.
Okay, let's not get too far afield. Hold on.
Well, you brought it up.
Hold on.
As an example of something.
Okay. I'm reasserting control. Let's not get too far afield on the Boston bombing, because I want to talk about whether this particular episode, where we had a direct, I mean, we saw President Obama yesterday saying, you know, we are speaking with the Russians and we are hopeful that this will resolve. Yeah. And Jay Carney, with some very strong language for the Chinese, feeling that they had not responded to our direct demands. They told us, oh, well, we can't stop him from leaving because your paperwork wasn't right. And before we knew it, he was on a flight. And the question is whether they have disrespected our president, disrespected the United States of America, and if so, why, Chris?
Well, again, because President Obama. Look, I'm sorry to say, I'm an American. I was raised in the Reagan era when I first became politically aware. Peace through strength is not just a bumper sticker. It actually applies. There are bad people in the world, and you know, they aren't all in the United States, as Democrats and Barack Obama apparently so often thinks. There are bad people out there who are eager to take shots at the United States, and when the United States appears weak, the United States is going to get hit. And this is about deliberately going out of their way, the Chinese, the Russians, the Ecuadorians, to insult us when they believe that they're free to take shots at us. And this all goes to Barack. I mean,
what would you like Barack Obama to do, Mr. Plant? What would you like him to do?
First of all, it's a little late because what
should he have done? You want him to declare war? What do you want him to do?
You lead with determination. You are reliable. Your word means something.
What do you want him to do? Declare war? He should declare war? Is that what you want?
Of course not. Of course.
What do you want him to do?
But let me just jump in. It's not a question of what he should do now. It's a question of how we found ourselves in this position. But it is a good question about, you know, how would another president have gotten himself into a different place, Chris? I mean, are we so sure that Ronald Reagan, who was tough, would have gotten a different result from President Putin on this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, President Obama met recently with the Chinese leader in California, met recently with Vladimir Putin in Europe at the G8. And neither of these meetings went well, even according to the White House reports. It's clear that, look, if President Reagan was in the meetings with them, they'd know that this is a formidable force, that the United States is not something that you mess with. But obviously, the impression that they came away with is that the United States is something that you can mess with, and you can get away with it without consequence. Otherwise, they would not be behaving like this.
Go ahead, Alan. I like your thoughts on that.
We can't control the behavior of every other country. You want to talk about other countries messing with us, whether it was 9/11 when Bush was president or what happened when other... I mean, this is not about one person. This is about complicated relationships with other countries that require diplomacy, not a bunch of bloviating by people who don't even know what might be going on behind the scenes that we can't really address at this point.
All right. Well, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but in front of the scenes, it doesn't look good. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.